handmade paper. Japanese do this, a lot of different countries do this. It's an art form. You do colored paper, you can stick things in it. So we have our bats here, and what this is ground up paper. I took my scraps of paper and I put them in a blender and I blended it with water and to really fine pulp. Now you'll still see little bits of chunks here, that's okay. Now we want this to be really watery. If it's not watery, they're going to have big chunks on here, it's going to be very thick. So I put more water in here than this morning because it's too thick. So it's a fine line between what's too thick and too thin. After you've put your name on your screen, you're going to take your screen and you're going to dip it like this. Now look how I have it. We want to have the water go on here. So look, I'm holding this and I put the screen in the water like this, and I want to shuffle it around back and forth slowly here, and I slowly lift it up, slowly, so you have an even fill on the tray here. And what I do is I hold it here. Why am I holding this? Who can tell me?
Because the water soak out.
So the water can drip out.
What if some paper falls?
Well, some paper falls, that's okay. We don't need this paper off to the side here. So you can hear that the water is dripping. Now there's lots of things we can do from now. What you can do is you can roll it with the roller and put it on the drying rack over there. Or what we can do right now is we can add color and leaves and glitter to it. So the leaves we have over there, we're going to put on here now. So I take this, after most of the water's dripped out there. It's dripping a little bit, but that's okay. So I take it over here now. Come over here. And now we have our leaves. We're going to put some leaves, some designs in here. And I can take some of our needles and I can do a design on here. Put it on. I don't want to put too much on there, but just enough to give a nice effect. If we run out of leaves, you can always get more. Now when people make handmade paper, sometimes they make a simple design, but they don't have to make anything. Now would I want to put a face on here?
No.
That's a little too complicated. Can you stand up, please? Thanks. So that's pretty good right there. Now what I can do is I can add some glitter here, but I don't want to put too much on, just a little. Yep, just sprinkle it on. I can put it different areas here. You don't have to, but this can add. You're not going to see too much of this because it's going to be covered by another layer of paper because we need this to stick on here. So the next thing I do is I take it back over to our paper area here. And I'm going to take the scoop this time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop. Now look what I'm doing here. I'm stirring this around because I don't want to be too thick here. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to carefully put it on top here to cover up. Make sure you cover up all the leaves. The glitter is going to float to the top. That's okay. The main thing is that you cover the leaves just a little bit and that everything is covered evenly. Evenly is the key word here. And you can hear that it is dripping. Now if you need to, you can always use one of these Taiwan barbecue grills. And I can put it on here and let it drip a little bit. Now it doesn't have to drip completely. Now once I have glitter on my hands, do I want to stick it back in the water? No. I don't want to do that, so that's why I use the ladle here. And when you're all done with this
wash
here,
your hands.
what I have here, get some trays. You take this roller here and you gently roll it. Be careful where the leaves are. Roll it down. Try to get out the extra water. Gently roll it. Don't press too hard because if I press too hard, it'll move and also I get some areas that are uneven. Now look what happens here. I got glitter on here. So I want to wash this off before I do my next one. Now the last thing, oops, I need a little bit more pulp right here because see the leaf is exposed a little bit. So I hold it over again. Just a little more. That should be good. Now the next thing I'm going to do, the last thing, I can add color to this. Very last thing you do, because if I put color in beforehand and it drips in here, we're going to get color in this water. We want to keep this clear. So I go over to the color table here and I have spray bottles of all the colors. So, can you back up a little bit there? Thank you. So we have purple, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. Now you want to be careful with this and you want to spray it at people. Just do a little bit and this
I don't see it.
it'll come out in just a minute here.
That would be flatter.
Yeah, I think we had the red one was working better earlier. Here we go. And I have a light effect of red.
But
or pink.
Mr. Hart, I got a question.
Yes.
At Paper Factory, how do we make lines for a notebook?
Life note, what they do is they let it dry, and then they print lines later on. They have to let the paper dry first.
Oh,
before they
use
put-
ink?
They use ink. Very good. Yes. Question.
Like when we went to the
Paper
field
Factory?
trip, like we don't really remember putting leaves on it.
Well, you don't have to. There's lots of ways to do paper. In fact, there's more than this. Now look, I can add other colors
To
here.
put our hands. Yeah.
So, it can be a marble effect. Where look here, I have a splotch of blue,
Marble
a splotch
effect?
a marble effect, which means it's not all the same density. You know, a marble has streaks and lines through the marble,
Like the statue of David and Taj
like the
Mahal.
statue, like all sorts of marble. So now I'm done with this, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on the rack. Here we go. And I am ready for my next one. Are there any questions?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, let's get started. Thank you very much.